Alright, super quick update on Solana. So I'm going to make this as quick as I can because, nothing's really changed since my video yesterday. Nonetheless, I have, accumulated some Solana on the 112 bounce. Like I said before, I'd be looking to ladder in my buys between 112 and the bottom of these daily EMA ribbons at 106. Once we came down to 112, I did what I said. I bought Solana on spot. Bear in mind, I'm not leverage trading Solana right now. I'm really waiting for more confluence to come in the market because, like I've been saying, I do think there's a possibility of one quick flush out for Bitcoin, and this could drag Solana down to potentially 106, or we could potentially have a quick flush out to like a psychological level like 100. Nonetheless, I'm not necessarily expecting that too much. I wouldn't really be betting against Solana when we are in this huge uptrend right now. So once again, I have accumulated a tiny bit of Solana at 112. I will be laddering in my buys. The majority of my buys will be around 106, and then if we go lower, good for me, I get to buy cheaper Solana on spot for my long-term accumulation bag. So if we quickly look at the momentum indicators, the daily momentum indicators are having a slight cooldown for Solana, but I did, this would be a bearish signal for a lot of cryptos, but I did want to highlight this does happen a lot of the time when Solana's in these big uptrends. You can see, we've been talking about this triple bottom, huge rally. Previously when we were here and we had this triple bottom and a huge rally, you can see, once, twice, three, four times, five times, there was a big gap here, I don't know why, but five, it actually switched red here, six, seven, and then, yeah, the momentum started picking up down here. So we went dark green, which kind of signalizes that we're losing momentum 7 times, and we continued with the uptrend. So I'm really not worried about this first sea of green, dark green that we're having. I think this is a good buying opportunity in my opinion, but nonetheless the 4 hourly is telling a slightly different perspective. Now the 4 hourly has just switched over to a short, so I do personally think this is going to be short-lived, and I do think the major analysis that we should, focus most of our attention on is the daily. But nonetheless, I wouldn't be doing my followers a disservice if I didn't talk about this bearish flip on the 4 hourly. So, like I say, I do own Solana, but I'm not going to shy away of the fact that, this is a bearish signal when I do see it. So, if we look at what's going on right now, I mean, we have just flipped short, and I haven't personally looked on the 4 hour to see if we do have any fake outs on the short signals, but from what I can see, we don't really have fake outs on the short signals, unless, that, I mean, sometimes in these uptrends, we had a few in these correctory phases. Let me see. So, I mean, since the triple bottom, we really only put in two fake outs on it, yeah, and let's see how long these lasted for. So once this flipped, this was about 91 bars, which is 15 days of bearish momentum. Here we had about 4.5 days of bearish momentum. So once again, I wouldn't be doing my followers a disservice if I didn't talk about this bearish flip, because it could be possible that we could just trend to the side for maybe a week, maybe 4 days, 7 days, whichever one it's going to be. But nonetheless, I really am basing most of my analysis on the fact that Solana is in a huge uptrend, and I really don't think we should be too panicked to see a 5 or 7 day correction, because previously we saw this exactly, and the only reason why we didn't switch red on the momentum indicators is because Solana had a much lower market cap back then, and it was basically able to do, I mean, from the bottom down here, from 23 to 80, I mean, that's almost a 4x. So obviously the market cap is a lot higher now, so it's going to be harder for it to do that. But nonetheless, I still think the daily is very good. I don't personally think we're going to break below 100, and I have my buys laddered between 106 and 100 now. So once again, I don't think we're coming to 100. I bought at 112. I'm looking to buy more at 106, and that is really all I see for Solana. I still think we're very healthy. This is your moon line. Once we take over 150, then I think we could have a massive push to the upside. So on the BTC pair as well, you can see on the daily we've back tested. We didn't even come near this, which is really bullish. We didn't even come near the daily EMA ribbons, and on the 4 hourly we haven't switched red yet. So honestly, I think Solana priced against Bitcoin is extremely bullish. I think Solana priced against the USD is extremely bullish, but specifically for Sol USD, I think it could be possible we have a quick flush out to scare the weak hands. So that is all I see for Solana. Best of luck if you're holding it. Once again, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. And you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.